Wine plays a very important role in Judaism. It was poured as a libation when sacrifices were brought in the Holy Temple. Once a week, we greet the Sabbath, Shabbos, with a cup of wine at Kiddush, and then we say goodbye to Shabbos with a cup of wine at Havdalah. On Passover, Pesach, we drink 4 cups of wine at the Seder to celebrate our freedom. But there's no holiday that's more closely associated with wine and with drinking than Purim. In fact, these sages tell us that we are obligated to drink enough wine during our festive meal on Purim that we no longer know the difference between blessing Mordechai, the hero of the Purim story in Megillas Esther, and cursing Haman, our arch enemy. Now, all of the commentators in Jewish law agree that that doesn't mean ending up face down on the gutter vomiting. That's not Judaism. But there is a healthy debate as to how much wine we are supposed to drink. Some say just a little more than usual, enough that you'll fall asleep, because when you're sleeping, you don't know the difference between blessing and cursing anyone. But others say no, you have to drink more, enough that you can't operate heavy machinery or drive a car. Why? Think about this. On Yom Kippur, our main task that day is to repair our fractured relationship with God. But Yom Kippur is only a day Kippurim. Yom Kippur, a day like Purim, because on Purim we're doing that and more. We're also working on our relationship between us and God. When we read and listen to the story in the Megillah, we're meant to appreciate God's hidden hand directing the events behind the scenes in the Purim story. And by doing that, we're supposed to appreciate his hidden hand directing our own personal stories every day of our lives. But we're also working on our interpersonal relationships. We give money to the poor on Purim. We exchange gifts. We invite friends and relatives and neighbors to our festive meal. Wine helps us with both of those tasks. It releases inhibitions. With respect to us and God, when those inhibitions are released, hopefully we'll realize that it's time to stop blaming everyone else for the distance between you and God. To stop blaming your parents, or your teachers, or your spouse, or your children, or your friends, or your neighbors, or your boss, and to instead own up to your own responsibilities in a relationship between you and God. And with respect to your fellow man or woman, drinking wine together and releasing those inhibitions when drinking responsibly can create a wonderful camaraderie and brotherhood or sisterhood. We know how that works.
Dry Martini.
Oui, monsieur.
Wait. 3 measures of Gordon's, 1 of vodka, half a measure of quinoa lily, shake it over rice, and then add a thin slice of lemon peel.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'll have one of those.
So will I. Bring me one as well.
You know, that's not half bad.
But there's more. When we're fully sober, we spend our time clapping and cheering for Mordechai and for Esther, and hating on and throwing shade on Haman. We don't realize that there's an important lesson to be learned from Haman as well. Mordechai and Esther's lesson is to never give up. Jewish lives were forfeit, but Mordechai didn't give up. He gathered the Jews and he fasted and he prayed and he convinced Esther to risk her life to petition the king for reprieve, which she did successfully. But Haman has his lesson in his own evil, sick way. He had everything, wealth and honor and prestige, the latest model Bentley and Apple Watch or whatever the equivalents were back then. But he openly says that it means nothing to him as long as that Jew Mordechai won't bow down to him. He's teaching us in his own twisted way to never be satisfied spiritually. There's always one more mitzvah you can do, some more charity you can give, some more Torah that you can study. Don't ever rest on your spiritual laurels. Have a fantastic Purim.